All right. So, what's first step?
Track 2.
Track 2. You guys agree with Michael? Yeah, we want to get those equal to 0 or less than, whatever. We want 0 on the right. Less than or equal to, greater than equal to, less than, greater than. All right, so subtract the 2. So we got x plus 2 over x minus 5 minus 2 is less than or equal to 0. How do I subtract 2 from that fraction? Common denominator, right? What is the common denominator? X minus 5, right? So since I added a x minus 5 to the denominator, I also got to do it to the numerator. But actually, I'm not adding it, I'm multiplying it by 2. So it's 2x minus 10 there. So I get x minus 5 for my denominator, and I just combine like terms. 1x minus 2x is negative 1x. And 2 minus negative 10 is a plus 12, because it's 2 plus 10. So that's what I want to get to. I want to get to a fraction on the left and 0 on the right. Then I can figure out how to graph it. Remember, solve and graph these. Okay? So my graph is what makes the bottom 0 and the top 0. Those are my critical values, like the other day. So what makes the denominator 0? Positive 5, right? So what makes the numerator 0? Well, it's a negative 1 times what plus 12? It would be 12, won't it? If I do, if I show the work, I subtract 12. So I get negative x, or negative 1x equals negative 12. So that makes x equal to positive 12, right? So my two values are 5 and 12. That splits our lumber line into 3 sections. What do we say about denominator always when I graph it? The circle always, right? Always a circle, because we can't actually equal 5, because that gives us 0 in the denominator. So whatever the denominator value is, has to be a circle on the graph. Now, since it's got the less than or equal to the 12, we can make it a solid dot. If the equal to wasn't there, then they're both circles. So, what numbers do we want to pick? What number left of 5 do we want to pick? 0, did I hear somebody say? Yeah, I would pick 0. But 4 is okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. How about in between? 6, okay. Again, it's be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11, right? And then to the right of 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever you want. Okay? So when I put 0 in, plus 2, I get 2. And 0 minus 5 is negative 5. Is negative 2/5 less than 2? Isn't it? Okay, so we're going to go that one. 6 plus 2 is 8. And 6 minus 5 is 1. Is 8 less than 2? No, so I wouldn't put an arrow in there. I can put an X if you want. 13 plus 2 is 15. And 13 minus 5 is 8. And that's 1 and 7/8. Is that less than 2? Yeah. So this one had your arrows going on opposite directions on each end. Questions? Oh, you guys can't see the side one, huh? Let me get that going for you. Okay, so answers to our homework. Mr. Reed, how are you?
Doing good.
You need somebody?
I got 2 questions. I'll wait till you go down to your duty.
Okay,
Get
I'll
you
stop
down.
by. All
All
right,
right, thanks. I'll come out and see you. Don't worry about it.
all right. Number 38. The 0 is already on the right, so for the numerator, it was +2. For the denominator, it was -3. Circle at -3 going to the left, and circle at +2 going to the right on that. Number 40, we had to subtract 1, and when you did that, the x's in the numerator left canceled out. So all we had to do was worry about the denominator, which was -6. And when you graph it, it should be a circle at -6 and an arrow to the right. For 42, the numerator is 25/16. The denominator is 5/3. When you check your 3 sections, you have a solid dot at 25/16, a circle at 5/3, and you would connect those two. Anybody need to see 42? Okay. 44, I want to go over that one with you. We had 3 critical values in this one. We hadn't had one like that before yet. But it's an easy one because it's already factored out and stuff. And the 0 is already there, right? We didn't have to move anything either. So looking at the numerator, give me one of the critical values, Chase. Yeah, what makes that 0? What number would make that 0?
0.
Yeah. What number makes this 0?
0.
Now, 4. What about the bottom, since you're on a roll? Right. We okay with that? Everybody? Okay, so I have 3 critical values. I got 4 sections I got to check for my graph. Okay? So, number line, -5, and then 0, and 4. So Chris Tekolowski, how about over here? What number should we use to pick? Good. You're on a roll. Go ahead. Which one what number you want to use in here? Well, 0's here, so.
-4.
Okay. Just as long as it's in there. What about here? Okay. Over here? Okay, good. So anything works as long as it's in between there. Okay? Since it's just greater than, all of these will be circles. If it was equal to, the 0 and the 4 would be dots. The -5 is the circle. Right, Ashton? So when I put -6 here and here, I get -6 times -10, which would be 60, over -6 plus 5, -1. All right, that's -60. Is that true? Is that bigger than 0? No, so I wouldn't draw an arrow this way. -4 there and a -4 there gives me -8. So -4 times -8 would be 32 positive. And -4 plus 5 would be 1. Is 32 bigger than 0? Yeah. So I would connect those. For the 1, put a 1 there. 1 minus 4 is -3. So that's 1 times -3 is -3. 1 plus 5 would be 6. That's -1/2. Is that bigger than 0? No. So we wouldn't put anything there. And then 5 times 5 minus 4, 1. 5 times 1 is 5. And 5 plus 5 is 10. That's a positive 1/2. Is that bigger than 0? Yeah. So that's what that would look like. So I wanted to go over that one with you because there was 3 numbers, 3 critical values. So we had to take 4 sections of our number line to graph. Does that make sense? And then the last one, 46. The numerator was 9. The denominator was 2. So after you subtracted the 4 over and made it, greater than or equal to 0. But it's a circle at 2, a solid dot at 9, and you would connect them on your graph. Anything else on the homework you'd like to go over? Okay. How would you be if we wouldn't have any homework tonight? You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm still okay.
All right. If you do 4 problems for me during class, is that okay? All right. So let's just do these, just a little practice, and then we'll be done for the day and no homework. All right, so try that one, please. Maybe it's just 3 problems. No, there's 4 problems we gotta do. But you guys have been doing so well, I'll give you the night off. Let's just practice a few during class here. I know. You're doing so well right now. Nothing's wrong. So far, so good. Good. Okay. You can leave it like that. Mhm. So all then graph. Good, Chris. Accept. Yes, and graph it. Yeah. Oh, that was right. Now, that's right. After that, what are you going to do with that? Right. There you go. I'll finish it up. Let's got it first. Okay. Yeah.
What's up? Is that right?
So far?
And then do I take this over?
Yep.
Cool.
Good job. No, it doesn't matter though. So everything was right, Chris, but you just forgot his name. Okay, you guys are doing well. What are we gonna do first, Zach?
Factory. Yeah.
Distribute. So we distribute that -3 and take the 5x over. I'm doing 2 steps here. I'm gonna take the 6 to the other side. So we get the constants together and the x's together. So I get -8x on the left, less than 13. And I'm gonna divide by -8. So what do I gotta remember? Split my sign, right? Because I divided by a negative. And some of you did it the other way where you kept the X positive, you didn't have to flip the sign. It still should be pointing towards the negative 13/8, right? Wherever it is. So we're saying X, the graph, 13/8, that's between 1 and 2, negative 1 and negative 2, right? So negative 1, negative 2, zeros here. Negative 13/8 is, 12/8 would be 1.5, so it's a little bit more than 1.5. It's a circle. Greater than would be that way. We good? Questions? Okay, next one. Compound inequality. These first three are the ones we did Monday. Just a little review. Tomorrow you got a classroom assignment we'll do in class. It'll be due before you leave. And again, you won't have any homework. Thanks. Good. Or you'd add it, like you did. Divided by 2. Right. Except this one. Yeah, but the X is on the other side. Right? We're saying 6 is less than all these numbers. So is 6 less than these numbers? Yeah. All right, good job. Compound, there's 2 problems, right? This is one problem, right? You guys looking? And then this is the other one, right? You okay with that? Some of you write them both. That's fine. And then you finish both of them. One was what? 11 and one was 6, right? Or you can leave it together and just get X, leave X in the middle and move stuff away from the middle. So if you add 3 to get it out, you got to do it to both ends. So you get 12, 2x, 22. And then you're going to move the 2. So you can divide both ends by 2 also. So if you want to do it this way, not split it up, you can. Or split it up into 2, that's fine. Same thing. So we're saying, and we got a 6 down here, and 11 here. No equals, so these are circles. Less than 11's this way. Now remember, this is saying 6 is less than X, less than these numbers. So 6 is less than the numbers to the right of it, correct? So it's this graph. Questions? Okay, good job. Absolute value one. Brent?
No. No, second. No. Yeah. So,
How you doing? Okay, -5 and -6. You okay? Good job. In between? Yeah, you changed, it was less than, right? So, greater than that. Oh, so this should have been greater right there. Right, but then we divide by negative, so it makes sense. All right, two problems here also, right? Jamie, what are they?
5 minus 2x is less than 7. 5 minus 2x is greater than -7.
Right, and it's an and when it's less than. Very good. Right, change the inequality symbol and the sign of the 7. So subtract 5, so I get 2 here. And we're dividing by -2, so we gotta switch the inequality symbol. Here we're subtracting 5 again, it's -12 this time. Dividing by -2 again, so we're switching the inequality symbol again. So greater than -1, and less than 6, so we connect them. You guys are good. One more, last one.
yeah. You got me. I'm good. I can do it.
You got it. Actually, pretty well. Looks like I'm going, we're getting all these right.
No, not going outside. No.
Maybe that one.
Might have done it.
All right, first step is to set it, what on the other side? It's supposed to be 0 on these, right?
Yeah.
For these and the ones we did last night, the fractions. Okay, these are the quadratics. Then we factor it. John, go ahead.
X plus 4, X minus 4.
X plus 4 is right.
X minus 7.
Yeah, minus 7. Okay, 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. 4 plus negative 7, negative 3. So our two values are negative 4 and positive 7. And since it's got the equal to, we'll have solid dots. So then we got to pick, numbers. We got to do the sections. So negative 5 I would pick. In here I would pick 0, and here I would pick 8. Again, anything works, so just be in those spots. So negative 5, when I square it, is positive 25. And negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. That's 40. Is that bigger than 28? Yeah, so I'm going to go this way. When I put 0 in there, I got 0 minus 0. So 0 is not going to be bigger than 28. 8 squared is 64. And 3 times 4 is 24. And I'm subtracting, that's 40. Is that bigger than 28? Yeah. So there's my graph for that. Good job. No homework. Tomorrow I've got a little classwork thing to do, just more practice of all these.